Let's start with a new Rails application. I'll call it Words. Okay, let's create our first commit. And the first thing which I like to do with new Rails application is to clean up the gem file. So let's do it. Okay, the gem file looks much better now. Let's try to run bundle install or just bundle. And it looks good, so let's commit it. Okay, let's try our new application. I'm using local web server called Puma Dev, so let's try to use it. Okay, and let's see if it's working. Yay, we are on Rails. Okay, probably the first thing which we should do is to check if we can actually wrap Cambridge Dictionary in an iframe. Let's create a words controller and clean up some generated files. Okay, this looks good. Let's open the routes file. I want to redirect the root route to our new controller, so let's do it. It should work like this. This should redirect anything going to Words localhost to our new Words controller. Let's check the controller. Okay, we don't have an index action. In the future, the index action will just redirect the user to some, or the user will be me. It will just redirect me to some particular word, but for now let's just redirect to the show action, which is, oh, we don't have a route for it yet. And our new route will look like this. It's pretty simple. This will probably not work, but let's just try it. Okay. Yeah, we are missing an ID for word. We are not going to use IDs, but something like this should work. Okay, let's do it. For now, let's just redirect to a word route. Let's try it again. And it's working. Okay, let's go to the show template. And let's create an iframe. And the iframe will just load the Cambridge Dictionary. Let's see if it's working. And it's working. The reason why I wanted to check this because not all sites will work with an iframe. You can see it with Google.com, for example. And this should not load. You see, there is somewhere an iframe. Oh no, it's not. Why? It's weird. I should have two iframes, but I see only one. Let's check the console. It's probably didn't even load. Yeah. This is weird. Okay, let's try it with just one iframe. Okay, I'm not sure why it didn't work with two iframes, but as you can see, when we try to load Google.com in an iframe, it won't work. The reason is because Google Chrome uses this iframe options HTTP header, which just disallow browsers to show sites in an iframe. Fortunately, this is not the case with Cambridge Dictionary, so we can include it in an iframe. Okay, we can load an iframe, but let's just try to load some word. Basically, we are just going to load a word from the URL. So let's go back to the controller, and the word will be just the word from the URL. I think it's called, it will be the ID parameter. Yes, it will be the ID. Let's stay with the ID parameter for now. It's okay. And we can verify it like this. If it's working, okay, you see, root. Let's try some other word, like, oh my god, Rails. Rails, it's working. So now we just want to modify this URL to show our word. Let's do it. Okay, let's find some word, and as you can see, the word is part of the URL. So let's just copy paste this and use our word. And this should work. Let's try it. Let's try it with the route again. You see, the word was loaded and we can play it.
Root.
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 Root. Okay. Anyway, it looks that this is working, so let's just commit it and we will tidy up the code later. This iframe is too small, so we should make it bigger somehow. Let's try to do it. I'm going to use BEM for CSS or organization, and basically BEM stands for Block Element Modifier. Feel free to check getbem.com to find more information about it. Also, I just suck at CSS, so let's just pause the video and we'll continue later when I figure it out. Okay, I made some progress. Now we have much better layout. We have controls on the left side and an iframe on the right side. As you can see, I can just put any word into the URL. Let's go with console. And it will load in the iframe. And then I can play it.
Console.
So the CSS looks like this. This is for HTML and the body elements. It's pretty simple. As I said, I'm using BEM, so I have one file for each block, and I have two blocks. One is called controls, the other one is called iframe. And the CSS for them looks like this. This is for controls, pretty simple, and for iframe. Let's commit our changes. Okay, as the next thing, I would like to add an input box somewhere into the control so I can type a word and then it will be shown here. Let's do it. I'm not sure how I'm going to do it, so let's just use form with for now. This won't work. This won't work. What happens when I submit the form? Nothing, because this is a remote form. I want to make it local, at least for now. So it's not submitted via Ajax. Let's refresh the page. And it's not working. Obviously, the method should be get. Is it going to help? Not exactly. Okay, let's check the form. Okay, word path is probably empty. Therefore it is using this URL, this path, Word console. Okay, I know. Let's go to the index, and from index we can redirect to the Word path. Let's try it. No, it's not working, of course. What are our routes? We don't have any route for index. Let's add it. Okay, it's there. Let's refresh the page. It looks better. And now when I submit the form, it didn't help. Why? I have to modify the controller now. So instead of redirecting to just root, just use the Word parameter. Let's try it. It looks that it's working. Let's try something else. Awesome, it's working. This can be confusing at the moment because here we are using parameter Word, here we are using parameter ID, but it doesn't matter at the moment because we can just clean it up later. Okay, I've cleaned up our controls, added some styling for our search box, which is working. And CSS looks like this, it's pretty simple. So let's commit our changes and we'll continue after that.